Okay, so I mentioned this in my previous video, or one of my most recent ones, that I discovered PvP videos from way back. Now, this one was from 2006, and it is as cringy as I mentioned before. Actually, it's worse than I remember. So this is only a 3-minute video because it was supposed to be a preview for another video that I ended up not making. I did make another PvP video, but it wasn't related to this, though. I just hit the rank of General, and I was super proud of it. Now, remember, I would probably be about 18, 19. I think I must have been 19 at this point, or almost 19. So, Warcraft was my life. I even took a year off from school after I graduated just to play Warcraft for a year. I worked at the movie theater, and that's pretty much all I did. I worked at the movie theater weekends only, no school, just Warcraft. And I was trying to get to at least Warlord or High Warlord, but Burning Crusade came out shortly after I hit General. Or Burning Crusade was about to come out shortly after I hit General, so I was too tired. As many people that played back in the day, or Classic WoW recently, it's a grind to get to High Warlord. So I still, on my character on Retail WoW, I still have the General tag. I'm very proud of it still. It was a lot of work that I put into it. I made a lot of good friends, a lot of enemies. So, as you can see here though, it says PvP number 2 preview. So there was a PvP video that was probably about 20 minutes long that I recorded and uploaded to Warcraft movies before this. I cannot find it anywhere. And it was a real sign of the times, because I remember one of the songs that was on it was Linkin Park. Linkin Park. It'll come back to me, I think. But I remember that one of the songs was Linkin Park, and I think it was Paper Cut. No, it started with an F. Faint. Linkin Park Faint. That was the song. And I remember killing people in Fellwood. That's the main thing I remember. And so anyways, after I did that video, I got shit on Warcraft movies, so I was just like, okay, fine. And at that time, I was only rank champion, so I was rank 10 back then. Now I'm General. So the music I used in this, I'm a huge fan of Saw, so you're about to get exposed to unrelenting amounts of cringe here. And before I start as well, I want to mention that this is also another sign of the times of how bad the quality is, because I recorded this on Fraps. And back then, like, the best quality you could get was like 480p. So, yeah. Anyways, we're in for a treat. But a lot of people that played back in the day will probably at least feel some sense of nostalgia watching this, just because of how this is how things was back. This is how it was back then. So, anyways, let's get going here. I'm gonna roast myself, and I'm a diehard clicker through and through, and I'll get into more of that later. All right, here we go. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I am fighting a rogue here. That was really quick, but look how close I was to dying, though. I got gouged there. The next clip, though, I always went after rogues for my videos, because at the time, Warlock Rogue was an unfair fight. Rogues usually could beat Warlocks, but I also would do this thing when I fought rogues too. I would always keyboard turn a little bit away from them, so they weren't behind me, but they weren't in front of me, so I couldn't get gouged. So, yeah, a lot of these fights are me against rogues. Now, this almost was an unfair fight because that Warlock was going to get involved, but thankfully that didn't happen. I ended up crowd controlling that guy with the succubus, and let's pause here for a second. So, there was a guy, let me go back, right here. Right here, as you can see through all the pixels, I have this guy seduced with my succubus. So I was really good about multitasking. I had this guy seduced, because look at my health there too. My health is like near dead. Sarathi Basin. And I managed to turn around and finish off the rogue. And I cleverly cut the clip at that point, because the warrior came out seduced and killed me. So yeah, I didn't want to show myself losing. And also, in this video, I would subtly show me, like, just kill somebody that was maybe level 58. And I would just act like I didn't notice that and put it in there just so it looked like they got wrecked. I took myself way too seriously. So this guy... oh, I remember this fight. So this one, I remember using a wand to finish him off. This is a hunter. Now, he's pretty much near out of mana, and so am I. So... yeah, he's got me wing clipped, and right here, I burned my Shadow Burn. I dropped Shadow Burn. Everything's on cooldown. I don't have any mana. I don't have Immolate up, because I'm a Destruction Warlock. Always a Destruction Warlock. Hail, Drake Dog, you know. So, yeah, here I am, wanding this fool. So, yeah, I ended up beating him there. And then this rogue, he came after me. Now, this is a guy I killed earlier in the video. This is like a second fight with him. So he was mad at me. He was trying to gank me this time. And my dumbass always kept my Fell Hunter on passive instead of on defensive. So, anyways. Yep, as you can see, I'm slowly turning my guy in different directions here to prevent that gouge. That was actually... so here's another hunter. I don't know if that was the same one from before, because I remember I filmed this whole video in one day. Arathi Basin. Now you can start hearing the music about ready to kick up. Yeah, enough screwing around. Oh my god. What? Oh my... now it's time to witness the true power of the dark side. And here I thought this video was going to get me late. Boy, was I wrong. One shot. So... oh my god. I made a mistake here. So, I should have had all of the major crits and one-shots go in the opposite direction. So I should have saved that true one-shot with the Soulfire for the very last clip in this montage here. Instead of, like, the big one-shot and then go into, like, me having hit the guy multiple times. It would have been more impactful to show the one-shot at the end. But, yeah. Oh, here's the worst part. Here's the worst... oh, God! The rivers will run red, bitches. So, as you can see, very, very cringe. I had virtually, I think, the way these are set up, I think it was Affliction Demonology. I'm looking at the talent numbers here, 12-0-39. I think it was partially Affliction, 0 Demonology, and the rest was all Destruction, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it really does bring back some fond memories back in the day, for sure. And watching me keyboard turn and click every single spell, it really is just a magical thing to watch there. Now, I will say, when it comes to keyboard or hotkeys versus clicking, the thing that happened with me is that I didn't realize the importance of hotkeys until it was too late. I felt like I was always a pretty good player, even though I was a clicker. And I would keyboard turn. I got better with using my mouse to turn at times, but when it came to using hotkeys, I just could not do it, because I had been playing Warcraft for so many years when I finally realized, like, oh, hotkeys are the most important thing, or a better way of playing. And here's another fun fact. So you see the number pad here? I used to play not even using this side. I never used this side of my keyboard when I first started. I always used the number pad right here. So I used these keys to move around, and I would then, and that's it. I would use these buttons to click on my skills. So I would use like one to click on Shadow Bolt. That's how I try to train myself to use hotkeys, and then I just realized that I'm an idiot and didn't know what I was doing. So, so cringe. But I do have another video that is from the Burning Crusade, and it's about, if I remember correctly, it's about 20 minutes long almost, maybe 17 minutes. And there's a lot of copyrighted music in it. I mean, I know Saw's copyrighted too, but there's a lot of copyrighted music in it, so I'm not sure how I would go about reviewing that. And I don't know if it's even going to be interesting. I don't know if this video is like fun to watch or not for other people. But to me, I enjoyed it. I'll probably upload this video by itself too, just for me, just to have it. And you know, it'll certainly, I'm not getting monetized right now anyway, so fuck it, whatever. Just throw it up there. Yeah. So one other thing I wanted to mention too, though, in regards to clicking versus hotkeys. I've always been, I will say that I could probably be a million times better at playing World of Warcraft if I used hotkeys, but I just can't get myself to do it. Now, in most recent years, I have gotten better about using hotkeys for certain spells, but I've been able to climb ranks in arenas and everything pretty well just by being a clicker. And I know there's so much hate out there for clickers, and actually when I watch anybody else using clicking, in like those hardcore videos that are being put out these days, it bugs me too. But then I also go, I know the struggle. So I think you can be a good player as a clicker. However, you would probably be a million times better if you could learn to just use the hotkeys more than clicking. So there's validity in both statements, but I do believe that hotkeys are probably the better way to go. If you could train yourself to use hotkeys, I think you're gonna be a better player overall. But clickers, I think most clickers can do okay when it comes to rating and PvP. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this cringe as fuck video, and I don't know, I'll think about putting the other video up too, the one from the Burning Crusade. I think that was uploaded in 2007 or 8. I'll have to see if I can figure that out. Maybe 2009, I can't remember now. No, it must have been 2008, because it was before Wrath. Anyways, fuck it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.